Hi, this is Milena from Coaching Center, and this is one of the videos in series of videos dedicated to ICF credentialing. As you might find on our platform, some videos regarding generally regarding ICF credentials, and some regarding how do you acquire your ICF credentials through some other routes. But in this video, we will be talking about how do you gather your ACC or PCC credentials, and through the ACTP route specifically. As you may know, there are 3 levels of personal credentials in ICF. One is called ACC, Associate Certified Coach. The middle level is Professional Certified Coach, and the highest level is Master Certified Coach. And as you may know, the different requirements are related to different levels of credential. For entering level of ACC, we are ought to have 60 hours of coach-specific training, 100 hours of coaching experience, and 10 hours of mentoring. When we want to apply for PCC, whether it is after an ACC or directly to the PCC, we ought to have 125 coach-specific training hours, 500 hours of experience. It can be individual, group, or team coaching for all 3 levels, and additional 10 hours of mentoring for PCC. And then for Master Certified Coach, we are expected to have 200 hours of training, coach-specific training, 2,500 hours of coaching experience, and additional 10 hours of mentoring. So in this video, I will be talking about how do you prepare for your ICF ACTP application, whether it is ACC or PCC level. We will be first talking about the ACTP ACC level. Additionally, besides ACTP path, there are ACSDH path and also a portfolio path. The ACTP is for sure most convenient for candidates. So how do you apply? Through ACTP path on your journey for ACC ICF application. What do you need? We have 5 steps. The first step obviously is coach-specific training. Then we have experience, mentor coaching hours, performance evaluation of your coaching session, and final step is coach knowledge assessment. The first step is gathering 60 hours of coach-specific training through ACTP program, which means the program has to have ACTP credential, the way you see it in the left bottom of your screen. The second step is gathering coaching experience, which you can start from the beginning of your first coach-specific training through ACTP route, and you have to gather 100 hours of coach experience. 70 hours have to be paid. Rest 30 hours can be pro bono or exchange of services. These 100 hours have to come from at least 8 different clients, whether we are talking about individual, group, or team coaching clients. And at least 25 hours of experience have to occur within 24 months period prior to submission of your ACC documentation. And all this information you are gathering in a document called Coaching Log, which is Excel document created by ICF. You can find it on Coaching Center platform or on ICF website as well. The third step is mentor coaching hours. ICF is expecting from us to have at least 10 hours of mentor coaching prior to submission of application. these hours in this mentor coaching, you can, for ACC level, you can partner with coach who holds renewed ACC credential or PCC or MCC credentials. And you're expected to have at least 7 hours of group coaching and at least 3 hours of individual coaching. And this has to happen in a time span within 3 months, but it can happen parallel to your coach training, which means if you are now enrolled in some of coaching center coach training programs, you can also enroll in mentoring program, which lasts for 3 months period. Then the fourth step is performance evaluation. So this is also something that can happen parallel to mentor program. Actually, the coach mentor program is preparing you, is the mission for this coaching mentor coaching is not only for you to understand better ICF core competencies, but as well to create video which is eligible for ACC standards. So you have to have for ACC 1 recorded coaching session. You are evaluated, your performance is evaluated on ICF core coaching competencies, and it has to be a complete coaching session, which lasts between 30 and 60 minutes. And it has to be an actual coaching session between you and your paid or your pro bono client. It can be your peer as well, but it cannot be a part of your coach training program. So if you have coaching exercise or role plays within the program, they are not applicable. So the greatest difference between ACTP route and the other 2 routes is that the performance evaluation is done by coaching center in this scenario, which means you can submit a coaching session which is in English language or in your native language, for example, Serbian, Croatian, Montenegrin, etc. And it's not submitted to the ICF directly. And the 4th step, when you are done with your performance evaluation, this is actually the final step, which is the only step that you have to go to the ICF, and you now apply, you open your application, submit all the information you gathered with coaching center, and you are eligible for coach knowledge assessment, which now has 155 multiple choice test items, and you are ought to choose 1 correct answer between 3 possible. And mainly questions come from ICF definition of coaching, core coaching competencies, and code of ethics. And it has these 5 domains as written in presentation. And finally, ACC ICF application through ACTP route is much more cheaper than one through other routes. For ICF members, it's $100 US, and for non-members is $300, and the estimated timeline for review is only 4 weeks, and through other routes it's at least 14 weeks. So it's much convenient regarding how much money you have to pay. you are waiting, the process is much shorter and faster, and most of communication you have directly with coaching center, and only one last step you have within ICF. And this was for ACC ICF application. In additional part of the video, we will be talking about ACTP path, but for PCC ICF application, for all of you that have more training and more coaching experience. Actually, the steps are very similar. We have the same 5 steps like training, experience, mentoring, performance evaluation, and finally CKA. But the requirements are a little bit different. So the first step is to acquire 125 hours coach-specific training through ACTP program. For coaching center, this is a program called Constructivist Coaching in Organizations Advanced Diploma, while for ACC, you can go only on our course, which is called Integrative Constructivist Coaching Diploma, which acquires enough hours for ACC. But for the PCC, we have a program called CCO, or Constructivist Coaching in Organization Advanced Diploma. This is the first step. The second step is gathering coaching experience. Your coaching experience has to be documented 500 hours of coaching, whether it is individual, group, or team coaching. It has to start, the start of collecting the hours has to follow the start of coach-specific training. From these 500 hours, 440 hours ought to be paid, and the rest 60 might be pro bono or exchange of service. Actually, the exchange of services stands for paid, so only 60 have to be pro bono. And you have to have at least 25 different clients, and 50 of these hours must occur at least 24 months prior to submission. As with the ACC, you are gathering all these information in document called Coaching Log, which you can find and download from Coaching Center platform, or you can go on the ICF website and find it there as well. The third step is mentor coach hours. Very similar as with ACC, you have to have additional 10 hours of mentor coaching prior to submission of application. You can partner with mentor coach who holds either PCC or MCC credential. It's 7 hours of group coaching and at least 3 hours of individual mentoring partner, and it can happen. It has to happen in period of 3 months, but it can happen parallel to your coach specific training, and you can be part of the mentoring while you are part of the coach specific training as well. The fourth step is performance evaluation. As with ACC, on ACTP path, again, you are with your mentor coach preparing your sessions for evaluation, and you are submitting your sessions to Coaching Center, not ICF. You have to have for PCC 2 recorded session where you are evaluated on performance on ICF core coaching competencies. The sessions have to last without editing at least 30 to 60 minutes. And it has to be an actual coaching session, whether it is between your paid or pro bono or peer coach, but it cannot be a part of your coach training program. And after the coaching center evaluates your sessions and is satisfied with your performance on ICF coaching competencies, you are ready for the final step, which is coach knowledge assessment, the only step that you're taking directly with ICF. Starting your application and checking everything else is done, and you are ready for assessment, which now at this moment is 155 multiple choice test items. You are questioned within 5 domain, and mostly you can find the answers in ICF definitions of coaching, within core coaching competencies, code of ethics. It's just the questions that you have already, the knowledge you have already gathered through your coach-specific training program, mentoring program, and performance evaluation program. So you should be fine with this final step. Again, as with ACC, the PCC ICF application through ACTP route for candidates is the easiest path for your application. It's most convenient. It is the least expensive one. Again, this is for ICF members $300 US, for non-members $500 US, and estimated timeline is again only 4 weeks. And we know for other two paths, portfolio and ACSDH, it's at least 14 weeks and at least 200 up to $300 US more. For application. So this was general information regarding how do you apply through ACTP route, whether it is ACC or PCC application. Thank you for watching, and for sure we are expecting a feedback, a question, comment, whatever from your side. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.